Hello everybody, welcome to the next part of the DEI Cimmeria campaign. We are back once again. The brave companions are taking on this army of barbarians, daring to enter our new lands. We may be foraging for food and suffering as a result, but we're gonna fight these guys and take them out. Let's see, we got our Axemen. It looks like there must have been an update because our Axemen have a different unit card than they did before. It's very interesting, yeah. I wonder if there's also, like, yeah, also my Scythians have a different look to them as well. At least the unit cards do. I don't know if they look different, though. Yeah, that's very interesting. Okay, so the enemy is going to be downhill from us. That's perfect. I like that. For pikemen at the ready. The nice center of our lines. Followed by our axemen on the flanks. A little bit slightly behind them, but still on their flank. Then we have our spearmen a little bit further back. Just designed to get ready to deal with any potential cavalry threats that might come our way. And let's get our nice archers into position. And we're going to have our Thrace warriors find a nice spot as well. The Thracian mercenary warriors, actually, not Thrace. Let's go for this flank. I think that'll be good enough. I think that'll work out just fine. We will not stop moving out in formation. We can't see the enemy because they're too far down the hill, but we'll definitely have to be ready for them. If I'm being honest, probably the best strategic move would be to move good over here and then start moving down that way. I might as well start doing that then. The enemy now might not allow us to do that, but we'll find out. Let's see, how fast do you guys... I wish I remembered exactly what these guys look like, see if they also look different model-wise, but I can't tell. Yep, the enemy is going over here where there's the high ground advantage, but we're making it so that way they have to face us where we have the high ground advantage if they want to face us. We're going to bring our units around here. If they get into position, we'll be good to start moving in. Our archers are all in position, except for one, looks like. Yep. If we have the perfect spot, we just need to wait for our hoplites to get into position, then we can start advancing on the enemy. Assuming they don't advance themselves. Yeah, look at that kill the distance right there. You love to see it. So the enemy has hot phalanx in the back, their missile units in the front. And for some reason, they're light infantry in the front as well. The enemy, I think, does not use hoplites. I mean, maybe they're using them to try and like soak up shots for the hoplites. I mean, which would make sense. Yep, the last unit's in position. Alright, time to start advancing on the enemy. Think about there, should be good. I guess we'll find out the hard way if it's not correct. Get my general here. It looks like I was not... Well, I think if I didn't figure out the hard way, it looks like we're not in range of the enemy archers either. But their archers are also not in range of them. So let's see. I guess hold it out like that, I think we'll hopefully bring them close enough. So we want our archers to be able to... Basically what happened is, at least what will hopefully happen is that we will... Archers will get in position, start firing at them, and force the enemy to move against us. It looks like that's kind of what's happening. Our archers should now start firing back, while our hoplites are moving into position. Our axemen are definitely going to be a little bit more susceptible than our hoplites are to the fire. Because they don't have quite as big shields, that's fine. Look at that, the storm of arrow fire. Beautiful sight. Now right now we're just trading arrows. I'm not against doing that if I'm being honest. You know, so weakening each other, you know, whoever has the best archers wins, and I have quite the good archers, if I do say so myself. Now that unit is basically wiped out at this point. And now our javelins are trying to fly. As it looks like they're, yeah, their guys also have javelins too. Now they're just standing there now that they fired off their javelins. Keep an eye on what the situation holds. Looks like enemy cavalry. How's it looking over here? It looks like an enemy cav is still holding on that flank. Yeah, we just chased off the enemy there. We'll return back to our lines. We don't need to advance yet. Our archers still have plenty of ammunition. As they're soaking up the enemy. Looks like the enemy only has 2 units of archers, so we're not going to lose in terms of doing the raw range damage. So the longer this holds on, the better it is for us. It also doesn't, you know, reduce the chance that our own archers will do damage to our own troops, so let the soaking continue. Nope. Looks like that one's about to break due to damage from our own archers. Hoplites are starting to advance. Maybe is this when the enemy's now going on the offensive? No, they just move it up slightly to fill up that open space in their formation, I guess. Well, one down. I didn't even notice this one getting so easily, so butchered that way. Now we still have half the ammunition, so I'm going to let things speed up for now while we're just trading blows through with the archers. Yeah, honestly, if the enemy wanted to make this harder, they should attack us. They're making my life easier. Their life's harder by doing what they're doing. Right, we're almost out of ammunition, so it looks like the enemy's actually decided to charge. Understandable, considering how much the losses they've suffered due to under my sustained archer fire. Run, Nicasio! Get my own cav here. Yep, the enemy cav is about to run away, but my guys should chase him down. And still, my guys would win in a fight with them, so I'm going to keep up the charge here while moving my general to a separate fight. Oh, look at they just broke on. Move my general up to flank the enemy. It looks like they do have their general is a hoplite who is holding formation right now. Move these guys into their flanks. You guys charge up here. At this point, our axemen are taking quite the brunt of the enemy attacks. However, I think they'll be having reinforcements momentarily. Yep, we just broke the back of the guys who are charging them directly. We pull back my thinnies to get them a nice rear charge off. We're gonna get a nice rear charge off on these guys from uphill. Yep, smack right into them. They're not even certain who where to face. That was a beautiful cav charge there. They're now surrounded and being butchered. Show them to mess with the might of Cimmeria. They should all just surrender. Let's see, can I go in that flank? There's maybe. It looks like these are facing me over here, so I'm going to charge them. The enemy general is defeated. Our Scythian archers, I'm not really going to bother engaging them in the fight since they don't have to. I've killed the enemy general. Perfect. My spearmen have won that flank. I'm going to use these guys to just work on squishing these dudes here. I'm going to get my spearmen into position to flank. Get my cav into position to flank as well. At this point, we're basically just doing cleanup. Hoplites, even against armor-piercing units, hoplites do a good job of surviving. Let me get my general there. I think he can be able to attack the flank if he moves here. Let's see, there's no good avenue for flanking these guys with my cavalry, unfortunately. Where are you going? You had a perfect flanking spot and you just, for some reason, walked around the enemy? What is that about? Very strange, if I do say so myself. I think I'm hearing the sounds of my cat bang on the door. Very strange indeed. He's not really done that before with me. Let's see. We're going to do a quick little bit of cleanup to try and make sure that there's as few enemy soldiers left as physically possible. Alright, I think that's good enough for me. And actually, there's one more unit I want you to finish off since it's open enough for you to hopefully catch up to it. You can do it. Come on. Through the woods. I know it slows you down, but we're almost there. Look at them. They're right there. Yep, right into their backs. Charge! Yes. Good job. A decisive victory. We only lost 140 men. Most of that probably being from that action. It was both being peppered by arrow fire and took the brunt of the enemy attack. But everybody else took minimal damage. Our archers gotten a respectable amount of kills. Our cav got good amount of kills. Our tiny warriors, oof, 235 kills. I appreciate how well those, not that tiny. The Thracian mercenary warriors did a good job. Our axemen, hoplites, of course, did their job, though they weren't really the ones being focused down, so they didn't really have much opportunity to get a lot of kills. So it makes sense why they're in the situation they are. So I think I know why I'm having trouble here, even if it is going to be an issue. I'm going to demolish that. So I can't cross the crossing because he's there, and I guess I don't have enough movement to force the issue, or maybe I can't cross at all just because he's right there. But that does mean that I can use this army, which is now not really healthy enough to go to battle over here. I'm going to just casually kill these guys, just so they don't become a thorn in my side. I'm wondering if I get into this region here, if I can take Nisos. I'm hoping that might actually help with the food situation, at least temporarily. But we'll find out. I don't have enough movement to get across the river. Oh, I kind of forgot I demolished a giant swath of this stuff. I don't mind having some Dacian immigrants, because I don't think I have any other areas where I get them. Second one of these and one of these. And Agora. I say you wanted Agora. I said I wanted one of these. There we go. Zamazagetsu. So maybe I might make this region into a, instead of maybe a money-making industry, I'll make it into a my Syria of the North, Syria down here. But then I'll make this region maybe into another hub of making nice military forces. So how did I build Syria? I probably will be making use of this instead of that. I don't really need like just generic. What is that? What is that? What is that? I don't know what that is. Yeah, you're just generic mining stuff too, so I don't even need that. Small shit. Maybe, yeah, I guess what I'll do is I'll make this into my Syria of the Northwest. This is like my Persian, the Persian immigrants combined with my, my Cimmerianness. This will be my Dacians combined with my Cimmerianness. I think over here would be Persians anyway, so it's like no real point to it. Yeah, over here my people are happy enough, though there's still some banditry problems here, but oh well, I guess. I did my best to reduce banditry as much as I can. I feel like banditry is kind of random, but I don't know. Hard to say. Oh my god, minus 20 food supply in this region. I guess it doesn't really have anything it doesn't really generate any food of its own, so I guess it kind of makes sense. I think what I'm going to do for this region is I'm going to demolish this. I'm going to turn it maybe into another food producing building. And this gives me food, but also increases squalor. So if I destroy this, which is giving me plus 10 public order, put me at 35. So it wouldn't be the end of the world. It would reduce banditry by quite a significant amount. Let's see, is there anything better than that? Maybe I'll do that. Generate myself some more food in this region, reducing banditry and all that jazz. Let's see. How the politique. Yeah, the loyalty really took a hit as I made it quite the significant bid for power. Hiccups. But I think it was worth it. So let's end turn, see what happens. We might have an awkward situation with a healthy enemy full stack while our full stacks are slowly getting themselves murdered by food problems. This is quite annoying. Oh, I kind of forgot about my other army over there. Oh, hi. We might win this battle, but it's definitely going to be a bit awkward, because literally, these guys haven't been hurt by the enemy. They've literally just been dying because of foraging, which is obnoxious. In my own territory, we're connected to my supply, literally connected to other territories of mine. It's like, I don't know why this area is for some reason struggling with food so much. Both of them even have a supply train, so it's like, This is a winnable battle, even with our wounds. It's going to be a hard one, though. Let's see. Thracian warriors. Yeah, a little bit behind you guys will be fine. You guys are kind of weak enough that I'm going to keep you two grouped together on this flank. You guys will be on that flank. Our archers are the healthiest part of the army. Probably because they haven't taken too much of a brunt of the attacks. So keeping that in mind. Well, we wanted somewhere where the archers can maximize their potential. This hill's not the best. I'm going to go for that open area down there. I think that area works better for us. Oops, you guys need to be in the same grouping. Oops. I think down here is honestly going to be our best bet. It maximizes the effectiveness of our archers and our cavalry, and that's our primary advantage, is those two. You don't want to reduce the effectiveness of our cavalry by having them to be slowed down by the woods. Neither do we want our archer fire to be restricted by them either.
If we are victorious and live, I will sacrifice to Zeus and Ares for their favor and help in our defense. But we mortals
General
must
speech.
do our parts as well. Fight with honor, and all will be well.
Let's see. What's the situation here, as far as we can tell? So we have a respectable amount of enemy troops here. I'm wondering if I can get, maybe instead of trying to go across the straits that are blocked off by that very weak enemy force, I'm thinking maybe I will, if these guys survive, I'm going to try to retreat them into allied territory and see if I get to Asia Minor, if that'll allow them to start replenishing. It'll be a bit of an awkward thing, but we'll give it our best shot. I'd rather not have my armies just wither away, especially considering how elite they are.
Yes, Commander. Yours to command. Quick march.
Reform the line slightly to make it more the way I like it. Oops, no, do not AI, do not AI deep fine. Do not AI. Oh, that was a little scary.
Ready. Forward. Prepare to engage.
Alright, let's see what the enemy situation is. And honestly, if they choose to try and trade with us archer to archer, I think we once again have the advantage. But they probably won't, because those are all peltists. So they will actually do some respectable amount of damage to us, because peltists do have good armor piercing. However, they won't have enough as much range or ammunition as us. So we'll at least get a few free pot shots, as you see here. But they do have shields to help keep them alive. Alright, what's the situation? Looks like the enemy is advancing against us. I'm gonna charge my Thracians, countercharge them. I'm gonna hold off on getting my cav involved until the enemy's a little bit more invested. Yeah, if that command guy was foolish enough to charge in, my cav are ready to countercharge him. What's the situation over here? Yeah, the enemy haven't really attacked on this flank quite yet. It's good for us, bad for them. The longer this goes on for, the better it is for us. This flank is now wide open for me. The enemy did a pretty good job countercharging me there, but it's not going to be enough. Maybe. We'll see. Our general is under attack, you don't say. Spears indeed. Flank them, boys, flank them. These cav are kind of stuck. Now they're starting to lose because of this, but don't worry. I have reinforcements on the way, buckaroos. My Thinies are just trying to get kind of... They're the little one of the weaker ones is trying to get a little pushed back there, but it's fine. Assisting them now. Got a good rear charge into these boyos. My general should be getting assistance from these guys. I might be able to pull them out of this fight. It's a very healthy unit of cav. Cycle charge, boys. Cycle charge. The name of the game. Boom, another rear charge into that guy's behind. Fall back, my boys. Fall back. Perfect. Exactly what I was hoping for. Rear charge into the enemy's general. Good for me there. Problem is now we have a big open flank from the enemy to attack from, so I'm going to try and counter that as best I can. There, we just broke the enemy general there. Perfect, perfect. Let's get out of here, boys. Assist your general. Come on, boyos. We need to get you guys into a position on the new flank, on the new fronts. Flank them, boys. All right, we can still win this. Oh, these guys are still there. I didn't realize that. Oh my. Come on. Where's my general? Oh, he's over here. Good. Get him out. Boom. Into their backsides with that cav charge. Breaking some more of the boyos. Alright, this battle's definitely winnable. Two there on the two flanks. Come on, boy. Come. There we go. Got another one down. Where's my general? Come on. Into their back, general. Into their backsides. Yeah, you have the two guys here. Why can't I, why is my two button not selecting my grouping? There we go. Try to get them out of the melee fight. Let them walk because they're actually, these guys are considered fresh. What the? That's weird. All right, good. The enemy cav just got wiped out there. As I can start investing these guys into this flank. These are actually still active. Okay. Good to know. You guys are winded, but you guys are overall doing just fine. Okay, come on. General doesn't have the largest bodyguard right now, but he does still have one. Right into their behinds, good sirs. A nice big charge. And my step archers don't do too bad in a melee fight. They actually pull out axes in there and become axemen. I like it. Yeah, that was a nice rear charge there. Hiccups. I'm just pulling my general out of the fight now. And then we'll pull these guys out of the fight. You guys are just running away from and running into my other troops. How are you doing that? Right, General, chase down that guy who's running away. We have 2 more units of Scythian archers we can get involved in this fight, so let's get them involved in this fight. How did you guys get around that flank there? But I don't know how you guys did that, but impressive. Come on my Scythian boyos, you got this. Alright, good. We shatter that guy. There's 1 unit of enemy archers left, but looks like they're about to break due to army losses. So let's put the final nail in the coffin, I'm thinking. Perfect. Alright. Let's try to give chase a little bit to make sure there's no enemies left, if at all possible. Let's see. Oh, you're a reasonably healthy unit there. Yeah, this greatly weakened army of mine was able to hold through against the enemy forces and was victorious. Always gotta be proud of my men there when they do that. I think that's gonna be good enough for this fight. Close victory. Yeah, the Thracians got pretty beat up there, and so did our Thynes, but they did a good job. And so did our Dog Warrior boys. They did exactly what I needed them to do. They weakened the enemy's initial javelin boils, and then saved my general when he was kind of stuck in a fight that he wasn't gonna win. Yeah, this army is definitely going to need to fall back and recover, to rest and recover. Yeah, those Scythian axemen did nice amount. Not Scythian axemen, Scythian archers did a nice amount of damage. I guess they're alive enough to not be brutally murdered. Though the other one behind apparently was not so lucky. But we only lost 1 unit completely. And they actually, apparently, the only one who survived was the enemy general on the other side. It's funny. Let's see. Antigone die? Maybe die? I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce the Mons dynasty. But yeah, Bactria. Is Bactria going to be like my super helpful compatriot and defeat the rebels? I thought I already killed the rebels. I guess they must have had enough to keep them alive. If that's the case, then I will need to keep moving my army over there to wipe it out. Because we can't have them rebelling against me at this juncture. Looks like the army of Getae has left the ford, so that means I'm going to take my armies and I'm actually going to cross the ford there to try and secure that territory and hopefully make it so they're not foraging so much and maybe keep them alive better. Dalmate might actually, if they succeed in their thing, that might be a problem, depending on what they're going to do. But they're attacking, actually, my enemy, my ally, who's not my enemy, my ally who's actually a bit healthier than I am due to the fact they're not suffering.
It is in your eyes, in your stench, and you are right.
I'm not going to call my allies to help on this battle. I can handle these guys. And that guy didn't need to be joined by his allies because he's already has his ally at war with me. Looting. Don't crash on me. It's not allowed. You're not allowed to crash on me. Good. Whew. Military subversion. New political appointments, increase in rank. Alright, let's cross the river. Actually, now these guys are starving. These guys are starving as well, but for some reason they don't not listed immediately as attritioning. Petrodava, I want you to make the nomadic outpost. I'm getting these guys out of the region to hopefully keep them alive. Dacians. I guess I'll take one of these guys in the meantime. Oh good, they're now foraging for food. They're a bit healthier now, which I can appreciate. There's a market here. Interesting, a unique resource. Might as well make that. Yeah, let's try to see if we can get secure loyalty of some of our political adversaries as a priority here. So by doing this, we're still admired, which is really nice for us. I think we were actually beloved for a month there, then we went back to admired, but that's fine. We're at a point where we have minus 25 loyalty for all political parties. So the fact that they were that high but to begin with is good for us. It's a sign of our power. I wonder what is with our newest conquests. What is what? But first, Tarsos has his army ready to go. So I'm going to go to Mazaca. And from Mazaca, I'm going to make my way to actually Ankria. And Korea is open for battle, which means this whole territory could very easily be mine. I can appreciate that. Apparently this battle is so easy I can auto-resolve it. When that's what the power of garrisons and weakening the enemy is, team. It is a nice and easy battle. I now take Iconian. One of the 3 enemy full stacks is defeated. Leaving one in Pessanos, one in Ankria, and I imagine the one in Ankria must be at least somewhat weakened by being wiped out. Yes, I imagine it was wiped out. Mazaca is fine. Let's see. Asgartha does have a full stack here, but I don't think it's strong enough to take on this army. But if they try, I'll let them die. Asgartha actually has another full stack there, so Asgartha actually does have a few armies, but I think there's a full stack here to take on this guy's full stack, so he should be a-okay. They're both foraging for food, but there's not really a serious enemy threat here to really have to worry about. I'm tempted to move these guys south to try and take these guys immediately, but I'm going to actually leave these guys here to try and just keep things held. What is that symbol? So that's trained slaves, that guy's a symbol. What is that symbol? Is that marble or maybe iron or silver or something like that? I don't know. I'm very curious. Ugh. Wars and wars. But once we take Ankria, we could take Pessanos. If we take Pessanos, that will give us half of this province. It will make Pergamon basically just a minor city-state, but I'm not... they can't hold their territory, then they can't hold their territory, and I will have almost the entirety of Asia Minor, just having enough territory where I have allies. And I'm not against that. How close to you guys being done? One more churn and this army is complete. So that's good. I mean, this navy will be complete and we will take over the world with the power of ramming speed. Because this barbarian navy cannot handle a full Greek navy. Actually, might be considered a Greek navy. I don't know what Illyrians would be considered as for their navy. But anyways, I'm going to press the end churn button here and we're going to see how it goes. Though first I want to see what the political ownership looks to be. was that one again? Original growth. Hey, look. So the entire area here has very high growth. Everything else is pretty low, surprisingly. But anyways, where is political party affiliation? So these guys still have a majority of the north and east of the territory. Our leading faction has the majority of the south area here, and then the eastern parts here are more recent conquests have our affiliation. I wonder what leads party affiliations to be kind of moved around like this. It's very interesting. Like these guys have this Caucasus, these guys have the Pontic region here. Though these guys are so small, I'm surprised they even have that much influence in a province. Alright, we'll press the end turn button. Oops, apparently somebody has an unassigned skill. Let's see, I do like the food and growth per turn. 6 cultural conversion. And also, in case there's anything I missed, settlement capture did that already. Roman imperial forms. Apparently the Romans now have a new imperial form, so we should be expecting stronger Roman armies soon enough. This war has been a long one with Rome, but I feel like at least the armies that they started with have been ground out. So Rome's gonna have to work on rebuilding their forces before they become a serious threat. However, for us, we have more enemies to the north, we have more enemies to the west. We're gonna be basically fighting for a long, long time in our conquests. But if we could take Pildelva and then Nisos, that would give us 3 out of the 4 provinces here. I don't begrudge my allies getting these territories. They were very helpful. I don't begrudge them for that. Even if it means that, even if they got damn lucky. Alright, ending turn. And it's kind of funny, is now Pergamon is the weaker force. Because before Pergamon got destroyed, at least one of those territories was Pergamon's, and then the other one was, I think it's just Roman or something. And so they've actually tripled their size and actually gained a capital, the province capital that they started in. And so they've definitely improved. Well, Pergamon's now back to being just Pergamon. Thank you very much, Bactria. You guys look so fancy. I love it. Very fancy. Honestly, after playing DEI mod and stuff, I can't go back to Core Rome 2 with the way that they did the unit cards. I just can't. One of the sad things you could say about the situation here is that there's not too much diplomacy now. I really need to do this point is either we conquer or we get conquered, because we're at war. Either we're at peace or at war with everybody we've met. I don't know what they're planning on doing there. Maybe, are those two not at war with each other? I don't know. I'll have to check that. I'm going to check that real fast before the end of the episode, because I'm curious. Mercenary contracts. Sure, I like that. Banter and Essanacia. Mission request from the Allied request. Oh, apparently there was a defeated Roman army. Alright, outrage. We have an outraged populace in the Bosphorus and Mada. Where's this? Such whiners, man. Let's put some tax in you. Here, I'm going to go bread and games here for you because I'm such a nice guy. And, it helps that all your rebels are dead, so I don't have to worry about too much. Before the end of the episode, if you guys want to, here is this year in history, 218 BC. If you guys wish to pause it and read it, I'm just slowly scrolling through it. So hopefully giving you guys ample time to pause and read. there's a lot of information in this one. Alright, that should be hopefully enough time for you guys to have read through everything. Siricena, what did I demolish you to build? Probably demolish you maybe to build food production. Food, let's assume food. Oh, maybe banditry reducing buildings, but food probably. And probably build another supply depot. And hopefully that helps a bit. So can I secure this guy's loyalty yet? Not yet. So we'll just have to deal with the fact that this guy is very unhappy with us. Oh well. I knew that was going to happen when I gathered the support like that. Let me get these armies into position here. Yeah, the snow slowing us down so we can't attack. Yeah, let's real fast check. Are these guys at war with Dalmatian? No, they're not. So I'm going to ask them.
Welcome.
Just get
In a spirit of Olympian hospitality,
military alliance.
I
No.
welcome
How
you
about
and will listen with care.
I will offer you all my remaining monies.
You speak with wisdom and
That
grace.
will hopefully get them to attack Dalmatia for me, and so that way they don't attack Odessos with that full stack, because I thought these guys would be protecting my southern flank there, but it turns out no, they weren't at war with them, so they weren't going to help me there. So what's, is there any, so there's just this weak army here. Is there like a stronger force nearby? No, the raiders are being built here, but they're not ready for war. And these guys apparently can't replenish right now. Yeah, we don't have enough. There's not enough Greek population here to replenish the army. We're gonna take Malva and then Peldalva. We'll keep these two armies together because they're both kind of weak right now. Until we find a place for them to be replenished. But now our mighty navy is ready to take on the enemy's navy. And so rudely attacking our territories. It'll take a turn before we can reach them, but now we will rule the seas, and I can move this army down south here, take Salmis for myself, completely removing the Romans from the eastern Mediterranean. And then we could send them westward to maybe attack some of the minor settlements, such as Epidamnos over here. But that's going to be the end of the episode, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked the video, smack that like button down below. Feel free to subscribe to see more of my content, and I will see you guys next time.